Welcome to Color of Fragrance, and I am Vonnie EC, and today is a very special video. I was just gonna start off talking about one fragrance in the category that I want to talk about today, and that category is the best of my favorite blind buys. I was just gonna do one, but as I got to looking around in my collection, I'm like, man, I got way more than just one good blind buys. I don't think that I have any bad blind buys, excuse me. But I just wanted to start off with 5, keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it simple. But these 5 fragrances that I want to talk about, yes, these are what I would say are my favorite and some of my top blind buys. Definitely. So we're gonna start off with number 1, and this ain't going in no particular order, but this is a Chanel Allure Sport, or Extreme, however you want to say it. But this fragrance right here, man, this is a very, this is a very smooth, creamy, citrus up top, musk type of fragrance. Very smooth, very versatile, can't go wrong with it. It's definitely a compliment getter for sure. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite blind buys, one of my top blind buys. And when I got this fragrance, or when I blind bought this fragrance, I can't remember I can't really pinpoint who influenced me to want to blind buy this fragrance, but it was a lot of people that talked about this fragrance, which rightfully so, especially it's a designer from, to me, one of the best designer houses that's doing it. So I heard a lot of people talking about this fragrance, and I did my research, and I compiled all the data and the reviews everybody was talking about, and I'm like, well, you know what? I went on ahead and blind bought it, which I don't recommend, but I did it anyway, and it turned out to be a hit. And when I smelled it, I'm like, yeah, this about right. This about right. So yeah, Allure Sport, or Extreme. If you ain't never smelled this, you definitely got to get your nose on it. Like I said, you can't go wrong with this fragrance right here, man. Yeah. Allure Sport Extreme. Another fragrance. This fragrance, I remember buying it in 2020. And it was a couple people that I seen talking about this fragrance. To be honest with you, I think I seen Justin Copeland talking about this fragrance. No, it was him. And I also seen Kevin Samuels talking about this fragrance too. So I ended up blind buying this fragrance. And at first, I really didn't like it that much. It didn't hit me. I didn't understand it. My nose wasn't adjusted to what it was putting out, you know what I'm saying? But when it caught me, it caught me. After a couple wears, it just caught me and just pulled me in. And that fragrance is Pasha the Cartier Parfum. And this is a very, very mature fragrance. Definitely crafted for a gentleman, or when you want to feel like a gentleman, or when you want to step out on a night on the town, you on your casual / formal type of vibe. You got a friend with you, or however you kicking it. You stepping out to an upscale restaurant, steakhouse, cigar bar, things of that nature. This, especially when it's chilly outside or when it's cool weather outside. Yeah, peacoat, cardigans, nice sweaters, casual shoes, or designer shoes, or dress shoes. Yeah, this right here. But what I get from this, man, it's a very woody fragrance, but it's a creamy woody. I definitely get sandalwood in this. Maybe vanilla, maybe some vanilla nuances in this. And it's a boozy note. Something that's boozy in this to me. But yeah, man, this is a very, very great fragrance right here, man. And you know what? Honestly, if I had to start my collection all over again, this would definitely stay in my collection, top 5. Top 5 out of all my collection. I love this fragrance. So yeah, if you get a chance, try to get your nose on this. And I remember when I purchased this, it was 60 bucks when it first came out. This was what, in 2020, I think. So yeah, and then once people got on to it, you know, it went up to like $100 bucks. So yeah, once I seen it went up to 100, I was like, man, I'm sure glad I got it. So yeah, Pasha the Cartier, man, definitely one of my best blind buys. It didn't hit me soon as I smelled it, but it definitely, it worked on me. It worked on me heavy. Next fragrance, this fragrance, I have to give credit to a reviewer slash influencer, but I think this guy, or this person is more of a reviewer. I think they more of a reviewer, and I always respected the work that they've done. I always felt like they was genuine. And yeah, when they talked about this fragrance, the passion that they put behind talking about this fragrance, I don't even want to say hyped up. I don't want to say he hyped. I guess this person hyped it up, but I feel like the hype was real coming from this person. So yeah, this particular fragrance right here, I was influenced by Amiri to blind buy this fragrance, man. And the name of this fragrance is called Amiri by Arabian Oud. And this is definitely one of my best blind buys, man. I was excited when I got this and I sprayed it. I'm like, oh, yeah. It made me do that when I first smelled it, man. Definitely get fruity notes up top. It's definitely musk in here, but it's something that's smoky. Very masculine fragrance. It has an air of freshness. It's not a freshie, but it's something that's clean cut about this. Kind of like Creed of Venice. Like Creed of Venice is not a fresh fragrance, but it's something, you know what I'm saying? They got something that's, same thing with Creed of Venice, that you can wear all year round. From the winter through the summer is the same thing you can do with this. And that's one of the things that Amiri said when he was talking about this fragrance. He was I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was just basically like, man, everybody talking about Creed of Venice. No, move over Creed of Venice. This right here. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way he talked about it and he spoke on it. It just sparked my curiosity. And I've blind bought a couple fragrances due to his recommendations, and he ain't ever let me down. And he definitely didn't let me down with this one. And this one was everything that he said it was. And I understand the Creed comparison, Creed of Venice. Not that it smelled like Creed of Venice, because it don't smell like Creed of Venice at all to me. But the same type of weight, because we know Creed of Venice is it's etched in stone. It's in history. But the same type of weight and the prestige that Creed of Venice hold, I could put this next to it. And it's gonna hold its own weight. No, Creed of Venice ain't gonna just be able to just move this out the way. This gonna hold its own weight. Trust me. Trust me. I think the longevity in this might be like 6 hours. Could be, but this is definitely a compliment getter for sure. For sure. So, did I repeat the notes? Or did I say the notes? Yeah, I did say the notes. So, yeah, you ever get a chance, if you can, get you a sample. Check this out. But this is definitely one of my best blind buys. And I'm so glad I blind bought this. Amiri by Arabian Oud. So this next fragrance right here, once again, I was influenced by another fragrance reviewer slash influencer. And you know, I gotta give this girl her props, because I blind bought this due to her recommendation and what she said about it. I gotta give props to Demi Rawlins for this fragrance. Even though I know people got they got at her some years ago. I remember it was a particular fragrance that she hyped up that a lot of people in the fragrance community, they wasn't digging. They felt like she overhyped this particular fragrance. And I'm gonna talk about that fragrance because I got it and I like it. But I'm gonna say that for a whole nother discussion. But she recommended this particular fragrance that I'm finna show y'all, and I blind bought it, and I loved it at first sniff. And I'm glad I blind bought it. And the name of that fragrance is called Ambre de Abisis by the house of Homme. And what more can I say about this fragrance, man? To me, Now, this is in the fougere category. Or I would think that is in the fougere category, because from what I see, that this house, they are known for making fougeres, or, you know, having a line of fragrances that fit that fougere quality and DNA. So, but to me, this smells a cut above the average classic smelling fougere. I guess you can say it got the, you know, the barbershop effect, the barbershop vibe. Is in here, but it's tucked. It's tucked. You know, you got some citruses at the top. Something is sweet and citrusy at the top, but it's well blended. Man, this fragrance is so well blended. It's hard for me to detect the notes. I don't even want to sit up here and BS y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can't. It just smells so good, man. But to me, this is one of my best blind buys, and out of all my fougeres, like even this one is considered a fougere too. Pasha de Cartier. It would be hard to pick between the two. It would be very hard to pick between the two, even though they don't smell alike at all. But to me, this is very versatile. You can wear this in any time, in any season of the year. Maybe you can get away with it in the wintertime, but maybe not so much, more so springtime, summertime, you know, fall. Definitely can wear it for any event, casual, upscale. Me, you know what I'm saying? I wear this with a white t-shirt. That's how I'm feeling. Because it's a statement fragrance. You know what I'm saying? You got certain fragrances that smell a certain type of way, but you got certain fragrances that make statements. And I don't think this is a challenging fragrance at all. You know, as a matter of fact, I see a lot of people, when I looked at reviews, I see a lot of people, they compare this to, they say it reminds them of Reflection Man by Oud. And I've even seen some people say it reminds them a hybrid of Reflection Man by Oud and Naxos by Xerjoff. And you know what? When I first smelled this, I didn't get that. I didn't necessarily get that, but I guess now I can see what people was talking about. But to me, this always gonna hold its own weight, because I didn't think Reflection Man and Naxos when I first smelled this. So, hey man, if you into fougeres, you know, you like the barbershop type of vibe of fragrances, maybe you should get you a sample on this. Look into this if you haven't smelled this or don't know what this is about. But I love this fragrance. And yeah, Demi Rawlins was the reason that I blind bought this, and this was a great recommendation. So, you know, I know in a time now, you know, a lot of people feel like a lot of fragrance reviewers and influencers are really just, you know, blowing smoke, just selling, you know, really just salesmen for a lot of these fragrance companies. And I mean, you know, I guess in some ways it can be true. I mean, it is what it is. To me, I never held no fragrance influencer or reviewer responsible for the stuff that I decided to go blind buy based off their recommendations. I never held them accountable because they don't even know I exist. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been accountable for the decisions that I make, period, in life. But especially with these fragrances though, man, if I bought something that it's just like, man, I take accountability for it. Just like I said, Demi Rawlins, the fragrance community, they, you know what I'm saying? They kind of got at her some years ago about a fragrance that they people that felt that she overhyped, you know, and that'll make people lose credibility in a lot of people's eyes. But hey, we got to remember, fragrance is subjective. Are people telling the truth? Do we know? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe so, maybe not. But to blind buy fragrances, you do that at your own risk. And you know, I never discredit her. She never lost credibility with me because I understand it's my decision to go out here and blind buy these fragrances. So I'm gonna give her a credit on this one, man. This is, yeah. She recommended this when nobody was talking about it a couple years ago. And I don't regret having it. Don't regret having it. Ambre de Beasties by Hubergan. Look into it. And this last fragrance right here, I already talked about this. I think it's one of my best fresh fragrances. I made a video about this. One of the best smelling, best performing, longevity. I seen a couple people talking about this. I think I seen Joy Amin. I think he had a big reason why I blind bought this one too. Like I said, I definitely bought a couple blind buys due to his recommendation. But this name of this fragrance is, as you know, if you've seen one of the last videos that I made, Sultani by Arabian Oud. And once again, man, this is a beautiful fragrance, man. It's fruity up top, fresh, airy. Got musk. And the longevity is crazy, man. The longevity. I told y'all in the video when I talked about this fragrance that, man, I had this fragrance on for like 20 hours one time. I was coming home from a flight, or coming home from overseas from a trip. And I sprayed this on before I even went to the airport from the city and the country I was leaving from. And then I just remember 20 hours later, somebody was still able to smell this on me, dog. Somebody was still able to smell this on me. So that was the proof in the pudding about the longevity on this. And this is why I say, as far as like fresher fragrances, this is one of the best that I've came across. So, yeah, definitely. I blind bought this. And when I smelt it, man, I immediately ordered a backup bottle. It was that good to me that I had to order a backup bottle. And you know, somebody had asked me the other day, I think it was the video for this, but somebody had asked me, how do these two compare? Because these are both from the same house and they share similar DNAs, or they share DNA, but it's a slightly different twist in which direction each one of these goes. So this one right here, Amiri, this is more smoky or more masculine, a little bit more, as far as like the scent DNA, is more stronger as far as it being masculine. They both similar. Both of them got the fruit, the musk, but this one is also a little bit more smokier as well. So this one, it smells a little bit more heavier. This one, way more lighter, fresher, more fruitier, juicier. But the difference between the two, the major difference that a lot of people will probably be concerned about, is the lasting power. I think this got decent lasting power. I think this might be between 5 to 6 hours, maybe 6 hours plus. I think 6 hours plus, man, depending on your skin chemistry. But this one, the lasting power, I already told y'all what the lasting power on this one was. So somebody had asked me, would it be redundant to have both of these? And that's a tough question. That's a very tough question. Like I say, man, the biggest thing that separate these two, not only how they share the same DNA, but they both got their own nuances. But this one lasts the longest. So which one would I pick all around if I had to choose one? I like that I got them both. I'm not tripping that I got them both. But if I had to choose one, it'll probably have to be Sultani. It'll have to be Sultani. But I'm not gonna put myself in a position to have to choose between the two, because I'm keeping, if I got to start my collection over again, keeping both of them for sure. So, hey man, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, tapping in with me. These are some of my favorite and best blind buys, and I don't recommend people go out there and blind buy. You should always sample first. You know, blind buying is what gets a lot of us into trouble. But these fragrances, and I got other blind buys that are great, but I just wanted to start off with these 5, keep it short, sweet, and simple. And these are fragrances that I blind bought that I do not regret, that I'm so glad that I bought. And no matter what, I will always keep these fragrances in my collection. So that's how I feel about that. But till the next time, thanks for stopping by The Color of Fragrance, and I am Vonnie EC. Gone.